Hey there, interwebs. Today is going to be probably a little bit of a shorter video, but one that's kind of important to me. So I've got my little guy Kipo here. You may even be able to hear him purring because he's right next to the mic. Yeah, bud. Yeah. But yeah, this is a video that I am very excited to make because something really special happened today. And that is the fact that I finally got in the mail my Blu-ray copy of my movie IDENTITEAZE. For those of you who don't know, last year, or I guess, no, it was last year. Hey, buddy. Buddy, he's just he just wants all the love. Anyways, yeah, last year I released on Nebula, the streaming service, a movie called IDENTITEAZE. It was, honestly the biggest production that I've ever made in my life, but it is the culmination of something that has meant the world to me. I went to film school to be a filmmaker, and while my journey has taken me on a really wonderful journey, not only as someone coming out as trans, but as a YouTuber, and I'm very honored to get to create on YouTube and places like this, and I've had so many opportunities to that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I've become, in some ways a trans advocate, talking about science fiction regularly for my job and Star Trek and things like that. But my dream was always to be a creator, a filmmaker, and to make science fiction movies. Maybe even one day to work on Star Trek, which is the dream. But like this is what I've always wanted. And for the first time in my life, and hopefully not the last, I have a Blu-ray of my movie. And not only that, it stars so many freaking cool people, including like John Delancey from Star Trek. And I just wanted to kind of share this moment of me getting this and opening this, and it's just gonna be a DVD in a box, but like to me this means the world. And like it got even a little slipcase, and I guess it's a free little code to Nebula. I don't need it, so here, this comes with a free code to Nebula. Whoever gets that first, you get a free month of Nebula right there. Just sign up for yourself there. But if you buy it if you buy your own copy, you get a free copy of Nebula. I'm not trying to sell this. I actually don't make money off of this. Nebula makes all the money on the sales on this, so I'm not making any money. This is just for me. And if you want your own copy, please get it, because I want people to get this. But like, I just wanted to share this moment of me opening it up. And like, look at this. It says IDENTITEAZE on the side. It says a Jessie Earl film. Like it's my movie. And like on the back, look at John Delancey being all menacing and such, doing the Elon Musk pose. Actually, I'll share this little story. So these pictures, all the photos that you see on the front here and on the back here, were shot by my friend Lucian, who is the behind-the-scenes set photographer for IDENTITEAZE. And I wasn't there when these photos were taken. I was out directing the actual movie at the time, but we were sort of taking pictures of them off to the side. And he told me that he asked John Delancey to do an evil like CEO pose, and he just immediately apparently just went like this, doing the Elon Musk look. And I'm like, John gets it. John gets what we were trying to do. What a wonderful man. He was absolutely the sweetest on set. I've talked about this before, but like everyone was amazing on set. Like every one of this cast, I'm so honored to have worked with, and I want to work with again. And I'll talk about that more in just a little bit, but like I want to work with everyone again. But like in particular, John Delancey just is someone that I've looked up to my whole life, in terms of an actor and his work on Star Trek and so many other things that he's done throughout his career that I really adore and meant so much to me. It was just an honor and joy to work with him. But everyone on this cast was amazing. Abigail, Maggie, Jessica, James, everybody. Darius, Vera, who were also in it. Like, everyone was just phenomenal. Anyways, enough about that. Like, I could talk for hours about IDENTITEAZE, but like, let's open it up. And like, look at it. It's got the picture of everyone on the Blu-ray case. Of course, it looks like it's it's a little off on this side there. So that's just very cool. All right, don't judge me. I'm gonna use my grandma would always tell me your teeth are a multi-tool, but for me, they very much are a multi-tool. All right, I'm just gonna take all this off. As I break this stupid Blu-ray. No, Kipo. That plastic is not for you. So like, here's the back. Like, look at that. It's got all the back. Oh, I like that setup too. So I'm looking at my own camera here. Like I love that we're getting them in the middle there. That's really cool. But yeah, as you can see, like there are bonus features on there. It's all the bonus features that are available on Nebula. Except for there is one extra one that isn't. I don't know. Is it listed on here? It is not listed on here, but I know for a fact they put it on there because I asked them to. So I hinted at this a little bit ago. But, I loved working with this cast. And for those of you who don't know, who did not know, Identities was written as a standalone piece. Like, you can watch it and it tells its own, to me at least, it tells its own whole story. But it obviously clearly leaves an emotional thread open at the end to be like, all right, where do we go from here? And this was very much intended to be a pilot. Either this be a proof of concept, or the pilot itself, and we can continue from here, or, we'd reshoot and redo it with more budget, depending on who would fund it. But, like, the goal with this was always to tell more identities. I think I've discussed this elsewhere, but one of the things that we were throwing around doing for the release of Identities was I wrote a prequel that was based around Darius's character, Anthony, the sort of middle manager, one of the main antagonists of the piece. So I wrote a prequel story for him that was going to be an audio drama that we released before this, that would sort of be his backstory leading up into the film. And ultimately we didn't do it, just for myriad of reasons, just budget and time and things like that. However, we also did an ARG game. If you watch the first ever trailer, which actually I believe is on here as well, but if you watch the trailer, there's a hidden little website that you can go to that's sort of the evil company of the movie, and you can like learn some stuff. There's some hidden stuff, but if you looked on there were some hidden Easter eggs you could find, and some of those Easter eggs were things from what would have been the audio drama, little like scenes that we did, including a special scene that we did specifically with John Delancey. It answered a lot of questions from the movie, but also raised a whole hell of a lot more from the movie. It was definitely my tease to be like, there's a bigger world here that we could delve into around the Identities storyline. So certainly I have a lot of other mysteries and other things that I want to do with this. There's certainly a lot of things that the movie does not answer that I have answers for, that I want to get into. But anyways, those Easter eggs are on the DVD. So if you get the DVD, and again, this isn't me trying to make money off of this. I'm just excited about this because I wanted to make more Identities. But on the DVD, I made sure that Nebula put the Easter egg on there for that. So if you want an extra little scene that you didn't get with John Delancey in the movie, it's certainly there. And he gets to be a little bit more menacing than he even gets some time to shine in the movie. So hopefully I get to tell that story. But regardless, enough about like me trying to sell a show that may or may not happen. Like, this is just very cool. Like, I don't know. It's kind of surreal to me. Like, look at that. It says my name on it. It says my name on the Blu-ray. It's kind of just surreal to me that I made a movie. And like, hopefully this is not the last time that I get to have a Blu-ray released of a thing that I get to direct. In fact, I know for a fact it's not going to be. I can't talk about it yet, but I know for a fact that it's not going to be the last time. But it just, I don't know, it's very cool to be like, I did it. I did the thing. There are a few goals in my life that I've always wanted to do. Transitioning was one, getting married was another, which I'm on the process of doing right now with my fiance, working on that. Making a movie was another. And like, one of the only other checklist things that I want to do in my life is like to work on Star Trek. And so like, I'm doing the things. And there's a few other things that I'm doing in my life that I can't talk about because they are bucket list items that I'm working on right now. The point that I'm getting at is like, the world is rough right now, and it's scary right now, and, I worry a lot sometimes, especially as a trans creator, like, will I be able to do the things that I wanted to do with my life? And it honestly kind of depresses me sometimes because sorry, I'm getting philosophical here, but, like, as a trans person, I look at things like Hollywood and stuff right now, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, get in there as a trans person for numerous reasons. Just the culture right now of trans people, hell, even during good times, there's a lot of, it's difficult to be a trans person in this industry because there's so few people that look like me, and people like to cast, to hire and work with people who look like them. So it's like the mentorship that I don't always get. So, that scares me. And yet I also look at the privilege that I have had to get to this place to be like, I got to make a movie. It is on Blu-ray. I directed this. I made this. It has a director's commentary. It's a Blu-ray with a director's commentary. That's me, and I'm lucky for that. And this is very special. And like I said, hopefully I get to do a whole lot more. There's so many dreams that I want to do, and it sucks right now that I think a lot of us are just focusing more on surviving than thriving. And I am luckier than most that I get to thrive in some ways. And this is evidence of that, and it just makes me very happy. And I made a science fiction movie with cool people that I love and care about, with heroes that I looked up to since I was a kid. And it was a joy. it was a joy. It was difficult. It was hard. There were ups and downs. There were pains, but I did it with all of these people, and they are, I don't know, I just cherish it. So wherever I go from here, I'm lucky that I will hopefully have many things more to do. You can't take this from me. I've got a Blu-ray with my name on it, with its own little slip case. That's mine. So yeah, just wanted to share this moment. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, just the ups and downs and the things that sadden me. Like I've fallen into being kind of an advocate for trans people, which, I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing the work, but it's also rough. And, my dream was never necessarily to be a YouTuber. It was to do this. And I'm glad to be able to do what I can do. But, this was the dream. And I got to do it. So, yeah. I guess I'll do the promote-y thing. If you want to buy this, Nebula has them on sale right now. Like I said, I do want to make it as a TV show, so I'm sure the more sales that they get, the more interest Nebula will have in terms of trying to back me in terms of getting more made of Identities. So certainly try and do that, but at the end of the day, I just want it to be a thing that people see. You make art for people to see it, so buy it if you can. Hopefully there's little Easter eggs on there for you that you'll get to enjoy, regardless if I get to tell more story, and hopefully I will. But hopefully it's just the beginning of my story. Anyways, I will stop waxing philosophically. Thank you so much for indulging me this. Yeah, love you all.